Back in, everyone. Halloween is right around the corner, and if you like to have a thoughtful, creative costume, maybe you're a little higher quality than something plastic out of a bag, there's a really cool costume shop here in South Bend, Casaday Costume Shop. You might be familiar with it. I have Greta Fisher, the executive director of Casaday, with us in studio. Thanks for coming in today.
I'm so happy to be here.
This is a really cool place. I need to see it. I've heard a lot about it. I need to physically go in myself, but from what I've heard talking to you, you have an incredible collection of costumes. Tell us about it.
Absolutely. There are about 100,000 costumes in the collection, in about 20,000 square feet of space. And so we specialize in kind of historic period costumes. We really serve the K through 12 theater market, where our mission is to make sure that we're supporting K through 12 theater, but we're open to everybody. So you can come in for a Halloween or a themed dinner or something else that you just need to dress up for, pageants, formals, we do it all.
I love it.
And this is obviously the time of year to be talking about it.
Absolutely. This is really neat. So pretty much any type of any character that has been on stage, you likely have the costume for it, right?
Absolutely. If we're asked for it, if it's Grease or Frozen or Guys and Dolls, we need to be able to do that. So we have a pretty broad selection.
That is so cool. So what does the process look like when someone comes in? If they just want to browse and walk around, are there people there to answer questions and help guide them?
So what's important to understand is that we're a rental house.
Right.
And so you need to make an appointment to come in, and we'll get you to the kinds of things that you're thinking about. It's a really big place, and it can be a little bit overwhelming. And so it's kind of a mistake to just think, I'll see what hits me when I walk in, because people just get overwhelmed and then they can't function. So we suggest that people have at least a few ideas in mind when they come in. And then we can lead them to where we keep that kind of thing, and they can see if we've got something that excites them.
Okay.
So we have a huge range, so hopefully we could have a little bit of everything.
Sure. And as far as how long people can hang on to those costumes, does it just vary based on how much they pay to rent?
Unlike a tux rental or something like that, we rent by the event. So if you're dressing up for Halloween, we're charging you for a single event, which is Halloween.
Sure.
And given the traffic that we get at Halloween, you can come in a little bit earlier than maybe we normally even schedule, because we've got a lot of people to serve in October. And then you return it within the following week, and we're good to go.
Fantastic. All right, Greta, let's talk about some of the costumes you brought in here. A wide variety. Let's start with this beautiful dress.
So we do a huge number of flappers. So 20s parties, 20s weddings, 20s lots of things. There are a lot of events in town, like the Studebaker Museum's Bootleggers Bash, and we do 20s things a lot. So this is just an example of a flapper dress. We have many, many of them. You can choose your color and style, and we have all the accessories to go with it. And obviously, if you're a couple and your guy wants to wear a 20s suit, we can do that too. So I brought a flapper. I also brought, if anybody's interested in Game of Thrones kind of look.
Let's take that off the rack so people can really see it. This is cool.
So we constituted a Viking section after Game of Thrones came out, just because it was coming up a lot. And so if you're doing Game of Thrones, or if you're doing some kind of Ren fair and you want that kind of Viking look.
I like that, because you're listening to the feedback from people, and that helps grow your collection, right?
Absolutely. We have to pay attention to what new shows are coming out and what kind of themes are on trend. Wednesday is going to be big this Halloween, for instance. So we just have to think about that.
Absolutely.
In case you're interested in being some kind of pirate, we have stuff like this. We do a ton of things with people who want to dress in vintage clothes. So this is a great 70s shirt, depending on if you think the 70s was great or not. But this is an option. And then just to remember that we're doing so much with theater. This is one of our Fionas from Shrek.
I was going to say, that looks like a Princess Fiona dress.
Yes, it is. And you can tell this is Ogre Fiona because she has the lighter green underneath. The human Fiona has a different green underneath.
Absolutely.
So we have a huge range of things. It's super important, though, to get on our calendar. So people need to reach out to us and make that appointment instead of just showing up. because it is a little bit more intensive than walking into a store where you're going to buy it in a bag.
Absolutely. I love this choice though, Greta. You can see the quality. I mean, these are real pieces of clothing. It's not a
certainly try.
cheap, product that you're going to spend $40 on and never wear again. So this is a really cool model.
We love that. And we also operate a fabric store store called
Okay.
Ruby's Remnants. And so if people are thinking they might make their own costume,
Sure.
they can come in and get the materials that they need to make that costume and maybe some advice if they're making something
Sure.
that is new to them.
And that's right next door to
It's
the costume?
within the same
Okay.
footprint, so they can stop in both things when they're in.
Okay.
So we love to see people dressing up. It's a fun thing to do.
What a fun job.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
Real quick, what are your hours, Greta?
So the costume shop is open from 10:30 to 6 Monday through Friday, and we really want people to get on the phone with us or email us and make that appointment. Ruby's is open 4 to 7 Tuesdays and Thursdays, and the second and fourth Saturday afternoon of the month. And you can come in and figure out what you want to do and hopefully look great at your event.
Very good. Well, we hope we've inspired you to up your game for Halloween this year. Greta, thank you for your time today.
Oh, thank you for having me on.
Absolutely. Alyssa Heilman's full forecast is right after this break.